love you, show me how. Lift me up, I'll hold you down. My love is real, I know you need it. I know you crave it, I know you fiend it. It's not your shape, not your size, not your curves, not your thighs, not your lips, not your eyes. It's your soul and everything inside that makes me feel the way I feel.
What's up, YouTube? I'm Tanya.
And I'm Lola.
And we back and we better. And everybody in 313, put your hands up. So we back with a story time about how me and this lovely, my baby, how we met. She's gonna start it off because she was the one stalking my ass. I was innocent.
Okay, so at this time I was in Texas, and like any other day I was on Facebook, and I saw a post where it was like, drop your Snapchats, and as you guys know, everybody goes through it and starts adding people. But me, I was just going through it, and during that time I saw hers, and I was like, oh, like, you know, she's pretty gorgeous. So I added her, and then I saw her Snapchat story, and she's gorgeous. So I saw some videos, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna send her a message, and I did. But I didn't think she was gonna reply back to me, you know. But when she did, I was surprised. I was really surprised.
And that's my turn now. When she sent me a message, I was going like through a hard time. Like, I had to get out of my apartment because they were going to remodel it. Damn, baby. Alright, so they were going to remodel my apartment, and they told me to get out in a month. I mean, in a month, I'm not going to be able to find a place, you know? So like me and my mom and my little brother, we were struggling, and we went to live on a hotel for like 2 months, and you guys know how that is expensive. So, but that didn't stop me to stop texting her, you know, like I didn't mind. So like I said hi back, and she told me don't be a stranger, and I was like, well, you don't be a stranger either. And then my birthday was coming up too, so I was like, what you gonna give me? You know? Like shit. No, but yeah, and we kept talking like for days. Like every single day we used to talk, we used to FaceTime.
Day, night.
Every day. We used to even go sleep together without even knowing each other on person, you know? And there was this one day I was like, well, I want you to come. She wanted me to go over. But yeah. I was like, yes, and then I'm scared of planes, so I would not travel.
And I didn't know that.
And I wasn't going to travel by myself, so hell nah. But yeah, she told me that she would pay my ticket and everything, but I said no. And at the same time, like, since I was going through a hard time, I was like, yeah. And then I used to back up, and I used to be like, nah, like, never mind, I'll wait for you to come. And then she just, why are you looking at me, baby?
Because I can't get enough.
Like months passed, it went by so quick when she told me, you know what, I'm gonna go down to San Diego again and this and that. And I got so excited, but at the same time I was like, I didn't know if I was gonna stay with her or nothing, you know. So like when she told me she was gonna come, she told me she didn't know when, so I was like type shit. So it came to a day where she's like, oh, I'm on my way to San Diego. I'm about to get the plane and this and that. She's like, I want you to pick me up in the airport. So I was like, yeah, and I was happy and everything. And she asked me out. She asked me out on Snapchat before she came here. And I said yes. And what else? Oh, she was coming down.
I was pretty nervous. I mean, it was my first time flying in the airplane by myself, and I was pretty nervous to meet her because I was like, like, I was scared, you know, probably I was scared.
She thought
I was scared
a catfish,
because,
man.
I mean, I did, but I was scared because I didn't know how she was going to react towards me. Like, probably it wasn't what she was looking for, or, you know, like, it was like, you know, like, I don't know. But, I mean, I was happy and I was nervous at the same time. And when I got there, like, I was like, probably she's not even going to recognize me. But...
So she got there and she texted me, you know, I was in the Uber. I was like, yeah, well, yeah, I'm going to go. And then, yeah, she told me she was already there. So I went in the Uber and I was like, I was talking to her on the phone, like, oh, where you at, you know, type of shit. And then she was like right in front of me. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, I see you.
And I was nervous too. And I told her on the message, I was like, you know what? Once you get down, I'm going to give you a big kiss. But
It never happened.
I didn't do it. I don't know. I was a little woozy.
And I was waiting for it. I was like, about to give it to her, but she was like,
Yeah, I just hugged her and she took me to her house to meet her mom. Come on now. And that was my first time meeting her, and then I met her mom. I was even more nervous. And then I met like her mom, her brother, her sister. I think I met her other. Did I meet your other sister?
Maybe you didn't meet her.
I think I just met one sister, and she was pretty chill. You know, she didn't mind or nothing.
My twin.
Yeah, her twin. And then I was like, I was really shy. Like, I was like, why you doing this to me?
I think the thing that got her more nervous was that when she got there, she didn't expect me to be like, oh, that's my girlfriend. She just thought I was going to be like, oh, that's my friend and this and that. But no, everybody was waiting there. And I was like, I missed everybody. And, you know, like, I went straight to my mom. And I was like, you know what? I was like, this is my girlfriend. And that's what she was like, oh, shit. But
yeah, she said I was her girlfriend, so I was like really shy. But other than that, she took me, her sisters, and her little nieces to Denny's. And all of a sudden, like, this girl came, the waitress, she came and she tried to hit on me, you know, and she was like really pissed off. And it's just like, you try to hit her back, blah blah blah, like to try to hit on back to. She was no comment. And I was like, nah. And she got mad. She was pretty jealous and everything, but. And I said that, like, to me, I never sleep at nobody's house, like nobody's. And that's how my mom, like, she was so strict, like, oh, you can't go sleep to your friend's house, blah blah blah, this and that. But I went to sleep at her pad. It was really like, I was really scared because it was my first time sleeping at her pad, and I was like, what about she raped me or something, you know? No, I'm playing. But yeah, I slept on her pad for like 2-3 days. And then I told her, you know what, I need to go back to my house and be with my family, you know. By that time, like, we already had a place to stay. Like, we rented an apartment. So by that time, I was like, oh, I need to go to my house and be with my family too, you know. And, well, she could say the other story or whatever, because I ain't gonna go into it. Okay, so after after I left her pad, it was like, she texted me saying, oh, babe, I'm gonna go to my little sister's house. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go meet my little sisters. And then I was like, all right, you know, like, by that time I didn't know her whole family at all. And, babe, stop. I didn't know her whole family, so why are you getting out of the camera?
Cause, why you gotta... What are you gonna say?
She was like, she told me, I'm gonna go see my little sisters. And by the time I didn't know when, and then all of a sudden, like, she stopped talking to me, and then I was replying, and, like, I was texting her like crazy, like, oh, where you at, and this and that. She texted me, like, the first days, and after that, it was like, boom, like, she disappeared out of the blue, you know? Like, it was my mistake at first, because when she got there, I never, like, showed attention or nothing, and I was just on my phone, and I know that was disrespectful towards her or whatever, you know, and I made her feel like, oh, you know, she don't want me type shit. But I just didn't know how to show my feelings towards her. So, I mean, a lot of things happen, like personal things, and I'm not gonna get into it. Like, she already knows, and we stopped talking for a while, and we just, like, went apart. But when she left, like, I was like, you know what, like, I do miss her, and I do want to be with her at the same time, you know, like, but I had no contact with her. I was hitting up her brother, like, where's your sister, and he didn't know either, you know, and then he's like, oh, she just came home, and she got some clothes, and she left, and then I was like, oh, okay, like, all right, thank you. And then by the time her little brother was trying to hit on me too, like, I was like, oh, hell no, you know. But, like, we went through a lot of shit.
Ups and downs, like every other relationship.
So when that happened, well, we obviously broke up. She never told me that, I mean, that was her mistake.
That was my mistake.
And I used to send her videos, like, crying, like, telling her, you know what, I'm sorry, and this and that, but she didn't care.
I did care. It's just, like, that's how I was feeling. Like, I just didn't know if it would be better, like, you know, me out of the relationship. But I realized that I did wrong as well. Instead of,
you guys know karma, so
and
karma got her back, and she know what she did, and I'm not gonna get into that because that's between me and her. But I mean, karma got her back, and she apologized and whatever. And to me, it was like, you know what, like, I really love you and everything, so I'm gonna give you another chance, you know. And we kept going from there, and boom, again, like, we fucked up, and we broke up, and that's when she blocked me, and I was really, like, sad. I was sad, you know, because I always, like, when I met her, like, the way she treated me, like, it gave me, like, I gained a lot of feelings for her, like, right away. The way she treated me, it was, like, so different compared to me, how I treated her when I met her. And I didn't have no contact with her, like, from nowhere, like, no Snapchat, no Facebook, no nothing, no Instagram. And one time I decided to hit up her friend, and I was like, oh, tell her I said hi and how she's doing. And by that time, she was going through a hard time, and like, they told me, like, they were like, oh, she's doing good, she's not doing good, she really needs you and this and that. And I was like, well, tell her to unblock me, you know. And she didn't want to, so I went to her house with one of her friends. And we just talked, and they took her out to eat, and I went with her, you know. And from there we kept talking, and like, to a little bit of 2 months later, when was it? February? When? That's when she asked me out on Valentine's Day. She asked me out, told me if I wanted to go out with her, and I was like, yeah. And from there, we've been together 9 months or 10,
more.
I think. Well,
More.
from the ups and downs, so it's been like a couple of, like, 2 years, but
out of all the downs and ups, like, we made our family, and we decided to be together for the rest of our lives. And we have a little baby girl, Lexi, and she's like, yeah,
she's so beautiful. That's the love of my life right there, man.
That's the joy of our lives, and that's what keeps us together. And well, I'm so blessed to still have her with me and our baby, and I'm just looking forward for us.
Don't cry, baby.
Stop. But every down makes
relationship
stronger, really strong, and that's what we have become.
Fight for your relationship. If you don't, then
yeah. And everybody has their mistakes, but out of our mistakes we learned, and we have moved on and grown and done so much better. And yeah, so we started from not knowing each other, and
we started from not knowing each other to meeting each other to kicking it and breaking up and everything, and then living together. We're living together now. So it's like, fuck my life. Saigon.
I drive her crazy, but that doesn't matter. Because as long as I drive her crazy, she still loves me. And as long as she drives me crazy, I love her so much. So, yeah.
And, yep, that's how we met.
And
I'm going to talk with her, and probably we're going to put it out why we stopped, why we broke up, and why everything, why everything happened between us. I need to talk to her because, that's something that is between me and her, So, but I'm going to convince her to tell you guys why. And that'll be all. Please like, subscribe, share. Boom, boom, boom. Right, baby. Right.
okay.
But that will be all, and we love you guys so much, and thank you guys for everything. Peace.